Well, they are dangerous and they are on the rise. In this Wave News troubleshooter investigation, Natalia Martinez finds out machine guns make and in higher numbers than ever before.
Machine guns have the feds and LMPD working together now, but their job isn't easy, especially thanks to a tiny device that's not only hard to detect, but hard to stop.
This sound, which terrorized the Louisville apartment complex, a sign of a real threat growing by the minute.
We have seen a tremendous increase in these across Louisville, across Kentucky, and really across the United States.
Sean Morrow, the head of the ATF's Louisville Field Division, is talking about machine guns.
In the hands of the wrong people, they're very dangerous.
Though machine guns are banned in the U.S., technology has made it easy to convert legal guns into weapons that keep firing until your finger is off the trigger, clocking in at 31 rounds in 2 seconds. All it takes is pennies worth of plastic and a 3D printer.
There's a SIM card that just plugs into it. It starts from the bottom and it builds it up, so it's adding.
This is what you get.
So this is a machine gun by federal law.
By the streets, conversion devices are more commonly known as switches. Nationally, in the last 5 years, the ATF has seen a 570% increase in conversion devices. In Louisville, the trend is on par.
In 2020, we almost never saw these type of devices. In 2021, we saw a handful of them, maybe less than 20 that were seized, or at least reported as seized for the whole year. Last year, just between Louisville and ATF Louisville cases, we seized almost 150.
Their popularity undeniable, like in this music video by Lil Zay Osama.
Hey, I just got a brand new Glock with a 50 in a switch.
The lyrics used by the feds who are cracking down on the devices across the country. The song became evidence against Lil Zay, or Isaiah Dukes, after he left a gun with a conversion device in an Uber, the court record said. Indictments and convictions have followed in almost every major city of people selling the tiny part with a deadly potential. A quick search in YouTube and dozens of music videos pop up, some with millions of views. In Louisville, which has seen a tragic double-digit spike in juvenile shootings and homicides, the threat is compounded.
There is an allure to them. We find it problematic because a lot of these devices are recovered from juveniles. When you have somebody who's in a dispute or a confrontation, is not thinking about the consequences, and now they're armed with an automatic weapon, that's a serious concern.
The power behind them is hard to harness. And Morrow says these devices are cheap, unregulated, and prone to malfunction, meaning they can still go off and keep firing even after taking your finger off the trigger. They can also discharge accidentally. Their danger, leading to a more proactive approach. The ATF visited more than 40 roll calls at LMPD to talk about the devices.
LMPD's taken the time to train their officers. They know what they're looking for, and when they see those devices, they're seizing them and reporting them and coordinating with the federal partners. When you go to federal court, if you're found guilty and you're sentenced, there is no probation. The sentence that you get is the sentence that you serve. If you're in possession of a machine gun conversion device, you can bet your case is going to be prioritized and you're going to be presented for federal prosecution.
Indiana has presented a state law widening their gun-related charges to include machine gun switches. And federally, the charge carries up to a 10-year sentence in prison. Natalia Martinez